welcome to WRPB and WRPB Studios. So, what always interests me is when people come on the air with us and they have something that's a little different, or they tweaked something that was around and made it better. With me is Lewis, and you are with Get Beyond.
Yes.
So, what is Get Beyond?
Get Beyond is a credit card processor, and we also do simplified payroll.
Okay, so I'm gonna put you on the spot here.
Sure.
Because credit card processing has gone from being something that we did as a business to something that's become its own business. Okay, I know that most places charge a percentage to the customer,
Some places are now passing on the fee to the customer. Correct.
which used to be against the law. Well, the credit card companies didn't allow you to do that in the past.
It wasn't compliant. It's now compliant to offset some of the costs that are associated with rewards cards and kind of the credit cards that are just charging more to process than the merchant can sustain.
You know, for me, sometimes you got to have a cost of doing business.
Yes.
And certain things are just a cost of doing business. Mm-hmm. And you have to understand that most of the sales here are $500 or higher. And then charging a percentage, like 3% is an average, I guess. Okay? It becomes a lot. So for me, we kind of just figured out to build it into the price might have been easier. And then it's like, when I look at it and I look at my monthly, how much money I'm laying out. And then it becomes, well, maybe we should change the way we do it.
Yes.
Okay. So you're doing credit card processing for all cards, American Express?
Yes.
And all that? Okay.
All cards and international.
Okay.
And one of the things that you touched upon is many merchants are now passing on the fee at the time of the transaction to avoid that mystery fee at the end of the month.
Right.
To see what the additional charges are going to be for those rewards cards and point cards and American Express Black, which causes merchants to limit which cards they'll accept based upon what fees they're going to be charged by the merchant themselves, by the credit card company.
American Express for a merchant is a nightmare.
Right.
Okay.
It is. Not with us.
Okay, and we're going to talk about that. And for the card holder, it's a blessing.
It is.
Okay, so why is American Express for a merchant used to be a nightmare and not a nightmare through your company?
Because by using one of the fee reduction programs, we control that fee. So at the end of the month, you don't see an additional fee because they use an American Express Black or a Discover or a rewards card, a fuel, or versus a travel card. Those rewards that the credit card company is passing on to you comes at the detriment of the merchant, who now gets charged more to process that card.
Well, the merchant is now paying for the rewards that the cards are giving away, I guess, right?
Correct. So on top of trying to control your costs, pricing effectively in the market, and in most cases, most merchants will offer a discount. Now they're going deeper and deeper into their profit. So the margins are smaller and smaller, and with inflation and everything else that's going on, it's tougher and tougher to stay afloat or stay in the green.
You know, it's interesting because credit cards have been around for some time.
Yes.
And they were a blessing, and I start to wonder if they're still a blessing. Mm-hmm. They're a blessing for business because it gives us another form of making money or getting money. Has the credit card industry taken a hit because of Zelle and Venmo and those things?
No, the merchant and the buyer do. Because now with, let's say for PayPal, there's up to a 6% fee for taking PayPal.
Crazy.
And Zelle's the same way. You are now starting for Zelle transactions that are business transactions, they're starting to put fees in there as well that are greater than the 3% you mentioned.
Okay, so, and this is the last thing about credit cards. I want to go into something else. So credit cards, for us, we have people that come on, and I'm just picking numbers out of my head, and they're going to pay $500, and we say, give us $100 now, and you can pay $100 a month for the next. Can you set that up in the system that you have?
Absolutely.
Recurring payments?
Yes.
Okay. And the other issue, which falls in the same thing, is invoicing.
Yes.
can you invoice through your system?
Absolutely.
And your system works off the phone?
Yes. It's app-based, off your phone or tablet. You can do recurring billing. You can do partial billing. We can set your company up to just send reminders when payments are due. Hey, we're going to charge your card in 7 days, or by the way, your payment is due in case you don't have a card on file or an ACH. We can create ways that you collect using ACH, even though we're a credit card processor. Also, you can use Apple Pay, Android Pay. So it's really the flexibility.
Right.
You know, with credit cards, it's really, there's a convenience to it. You don't have to go to the ATM, carry cash around, you don't have enough, etc. The reason that most merchants are now going for that fee reduction opportunity is A, the cash buyer gets a discount. So you control costs by only raising the prices for the sector of your business that's costing you the increase of goods.
Or discount it the other way?
Right.
People who pay cash.
But also, at the end of the month, there's no big pull from your bank account, which is you collected the fee, the fees are already processed at the end of the month, whatever's in your account is in your account. A lot of small businesses who live on that ledger and month to month, now you've had your best month, you've accepted credit cards, and now at the end of the month you're looking at the biggest debit you're going to see in a while, and you wonder where your profits are going. So it's really to
Interesting.
control how you run your business and how you can control costs.
Okay, so Mary owns a bagel store.
Mm-hmm.
She's thinking about, or she's opening a bagel store, make it a little simpler. She's thinking about getting credit card processing. So she calls you up,
Yes.
and what would the next step be for her?
The next step is that I come in, I do a complimentary consultation. I kind of take a look at what her billing is and if she's had credit card processing in the past. And then we take a look at what kind of machine is going to better serve Mary in her business. Does she need kind of a POS, and does she have multiple products that she wants to keep track of goods and ingredients, or does she just want to collect payment? So we have a simple side swipe, which you just swipe the credit card, you put in the amount that you calculate it to be, and we also have systems where you'll just pick a bagel and you'll pick bacon and a coffee, and it will add it up. You'll swipe at that time, and it just controls everything.
Swiping or tapping, I guess.
Right now, tapping is probably the most popular,
Right.
but everyone knows the term swipe. Tap hasn't caught on yet.
Right. Well, it's interesting because, and this is what I was taught, if I go to a gas station, I will never use an ATM card.
Mm-hmm.
I will always use a credit card.
Right.
And I will 99% tap.
Yes.
Because because the skimming machines or whatever they do, I don't think they figured out a way to do the tap one yet.
You can tap at a gas station now.
No, I don't think the crooks.
No, they haven't figured it out. Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
So what I heard they're doing is they're drilling a hole in the tap thing, so you can't use it. So you have to use the other machine.
Yeah.
So-
You always have to be mindful.
Yeah, have to be mindful. And credit cards are just easier because you can get your money back so
Yeah.
much easier than a debit card.
And one thing for you to also remember, most people are kind of get sticker shock when they walk in and see that a 3% or 3.5% convenience fee is now going to be offered on credit cards. But we've been conditioned this way for over 50 years. When you go to a gas station and you pull up, there's a cash price and there's a credit price. And we've had that forever. The cash price is the leader on the marquee, and your $2.99 gas is now $3.19, and you're wondering how you got a 20-cent bump, and it's because you used a credit card.
I'm so picky about that. That just
Yeah.
gets to me. Look, if just put it in the regular price and just leave one price.
Exactly.
Okay, that's just the way I see it. I'll pass a gas station and pay more at one that charges a little bit more, but doesn't try to swindle me with two prices. And I get it as an entrepreneur. I get it. Hey, you can do this discount, or you can do the convenience fee. But at a gas station, I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
If it's $3.11 and $3.15 or $3.16 for credit card, and across the street is $3.15 with cash or credit, I'll go to that station even though it's more. And it's everybody has a system. I play scratch offs.
Yeah.
So, and I'm way ahead on scratch offs. I can't get one number on regular lottery. But so what I do is when I win on scratch offs, I don't cash it in. I put it in my visor, okay? And this morning I needed cash, because they didn't have any cash on me. So I went, and I had I took $65. I cashed it in. I took 30 for gas, and the rest in cash for the event that I went to.
There you go.
Okay, so it's like cash because you can use it almost anywhere, every
Right.
gas station, whatever thing. All right, your company does more than just that, but
We do.
what else do you do?
We also do payroll, which is we've simplified. Pardon me. We've simplified the payroll process for small to medium-sized businesses. Anything under 50 employees, we're able to come in and put a program for you that will charge you per employee per month. You can run unlimited payrolls. So unlike some of the other names, we won't mention competition, they will charge you for every payroll you run. So let's say you have an employee that's been calculated incorrectly and you need to cut another check. With our competition, you have to pay to open up another payroll, and that's additional cost that your company incurs. With us is you pay per employee, and that's it. You can run 15 payrolls a month if you want to pay everybody every other day, and it will be one price.
Okay, so hold on. So, and I'm just picking numbers, guys,
Yeah.
so don't hold me to it. So, Mary works for me. She gets paid every 2 weeks.
Correct.
So, I'm paying for that employee every 2 weeks.
You're paying our competitor, you're paying when you pay her on the 15th, and when you pay her on the 30th, you're paying to open a payroll on the 15th, open one on the 30th. You're also paying any associated fees with them processing it.
Okay.
With us is we give you one flat rate, and one of the things about Get Beyond, which is close to me, is no rate hikes. Once you're on with us, unless the service changes, unless there's a great improvement to something that's happening, your rates will never increase as long as you're a client of ours.
So I open, okay. So I open Mary a payroll. Okay, because I'm going to pay her on the 1st.
Right.
Okay, and then what happens when I pay her on the 15th?
It's already built in.
Okay.
We're at the beginning of the month, you've paid for that employee to run as many payrolls for that employee.
Interesting.
Also, because we're seasonal here in Florida, this month you may have 20 employees. June and July, you may have 10 employees. So what will happen is it's flexible to allow you to say, this month is 20, next month is going to be 10. We cover 1099 and W-2, and W-2s are included at the end of the year. And the greatest part about what we do is, if for any reason you're ever audited, we represent you. We don't send you the forms and then, wish you luck with the IRS or with the tax man. Is we will go on your behalf to demonstrate how it was calculated, all the fees, all the taxes that were removed, and argue on your behalf that there is no reason for any audit.
So you take out the taxes and payroll.
Correct.
And you send them in?
Yes, we handle all your taxes, your deductions. We can set up the IRA for you, for your employee, or 401k.
Don't push it there. I don't
No,
know.
no, but
I don't know. I want to get my employee in that.
Well,
Yeah, I'm only kidding.
funny enough, Florida is the only state that doesn't require that employers provide a 401k for their employees.
Really?
So it's something that might be coming down the pipeline in the next year or so.
I'll fire everybody,
Okay.
including myself.
But you won't have to, because with what you save with us is we complete the suite with HR solutions, 401k, and workman's comp.
And the issue with 401ks now is that they've dropped immensely.
Yeah.
And if you're forcing me to do a 401k, it's just another way for the government to steal my money.
Well, it's a way for employee retention. Because remember, 401k can be self-contribution, not company contribution.
Okay.
There is a small fee to set everything up, but once it's running, it's employee contribution based.
Interesting.
It also creates a reason for the employee to stay. Right now, employers are looking for anything that will give them an edge for an employee to stay, or for an applicant to want to come on board with the company. So things like an IRA or 401k or some type of benefits are becoming more
Popular.
popular,
Yeah. All right.
necessary.
We're getting to the top of time. How do people find you? You have a website?
Yeah, our website is www.getbeyond.com,
Easy,
or you can just reach me, 561-291-5401. And my last update for you is Get Beyond is a give back company. We stand behind that. Over 50% of any profit that we generate is already earmarked for charities. To date, we've put 2,500 students through college, and these were students who came from broken homes due to parental incarceration, poverty, or other issues that caused them to have a challenge placed in their
And
path.
that's everybody now. It's really terrible what we're going through.
Yep.
And any way that you can deal with a company that's giving back is always a blessing.
Yes.
And the last part, you've got heard it from me a million times. Always, always use a professional. If you don't use a professional, it's going to cost you 5 times more in money and 10 times more in frustration. And if you think that, hey, you know what, I'm just going to go online and find a company, if you don't talk to that person face to face, or you can't meet with that person, because if something goes wrong, you'll never get back to that same person again,
Yep.
unless you're dealing with preferably a local person who you can see and talk to. With that, Louis, thank you so much for coming on.
Appreciate it.
Everybody, have a great day. We'll be right back. Guys, Louis really is, besides giving back to charities and stuff, he really wants to give back more. And the way to give back more is to bring in more people. And the way to bring in more people is to give them and help them and give them a discount, I guess. Is that what you call what you want to do?
More like an incentive.
Okay, so what's the incentive?
Yeah. So when you work with Get Beyond, you get me. I'm your local business advocate, so there's no 800 number and no arduous long hold time. But as a new customer, just mention this video, and you will also qualify for free equipment with every new customer that's onboarded. Also, if you are a current customer and you refer us, you do get a $100 statement credit for every customer that you refer to us that joins the Get Beyond family.
Well, you know, we use a service, and equipment gets kind of pricey.
Equipment right now is super pricey, especially with technology and the need to secure information of card user.
So this is for new business. All you got to do is mention
Yeah.
that you saw this video from WRPB, and you're going to get that.
There you go.
Louis, thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
Everybody will be right back.